Hello and welcome. My name is Dominic Frisby, and today we have another open letter to Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor, and this is a plea for long-term thinking in a time of short-term politics. It's called "You Would Be the Chancellor Who Sold Britain's Bitcoin." Dear Chancellor, me again. I'm the author of Bitcoin, The Future of Money, written in 2014, generally agreed to be the first book on Bitcoin from a recognised publisher. And I write with regard to the proposed sale of the UK's Bitcoin. Now, since Bitcoin was first introduced in 2009, invented in reaction to the loose monetary policies that came with the global financial crisis, bank bailouts, quantitative easing, zero interest rate policies, all of that, and the economic injustices they created, the protocol has grown from nothing to a market cap above $2 trillion. And the whole thing has happened on an open source basis, quite voluntarily. A whole new economy has emerged around the technology where none previously existed. And it has provided countless opportunities for individuals, entrepreneurs, corporations and nations alike. Let's just open this door. It was initially the domain of a few coders, and now it's finding mass adoption at the corporate level and even the national level. The US is recognizing the digital asset's importance as it introduces its strategic Bitcoin reserve, while China, according to estimates, holds 190,000 coins. Now, initially, the UK was at the heart of the Bitcoin story. Satoshi Nakamoto, the pseudonymous inventor, he wrote in British English, he cited UK media, many early meetups and conferences took place here. Chancellors George Osborne and Rishi Sunak both expressed their desire for the UK to become a global hub for this emerging technology. But the FCA took an opposing view and made it increasingly difficult for UK citizens to participate, so that we now have fallen far behind. Now, opinion about Bitcoin is divided. Those who use the technology regularly believe it's not just likely, but inevitable that it will become the world's dominant monetary network, like the internet is for media, but for money. Many others, typically the older generation, economists, or legacy finance, they dismiss it as a bubble, often without having tested the tech in any meaningful way. I find that incredible. Whichever the side of the debate you fall on, the fact that Bitcoin has become the most desired digital asset in the world is indisputable. Now, among the many features that make Bitcoin unique is that its supply is finite. For a digital asset, that's quite an achievement. And with its estimated 61,000 confiscated bitcoins, the UK has been gifted an extraordinary opportunity. We hold roughly 0.3% of total supply. Now, I understand that politics demands a focus on the short term, the next budget, the next election, but I urge you to approach this decision with long-term vision. Consult with people, please, who regularly use the technology. Do not make the decision you make based solely on advice from people who never use Bitcoin. Look at Bulgaria. 2017, it sold all of its seized Bitcoin to cover a short-term budget gap. Those coins today would be enough to eliminate the country's entire national debt. From a strategic perspective, the UK's Bitcoin holdings represent an enormous once-in-a-generation type opportunity. As fiat currencies decline in purchasing power, as the global economy moves towards digital and AI-driven systems, this asset could help Britain re-establish itself as an economic superpower with significant geopolitical leverage and monetary independence. It's that significant. An opportunity of this kind is not to be thrown away lightly. Once those coins are sold, we will never be able to buy them back. If Bitcoin becomes a $100 trillion network or a $1,000 trillion network, as some project, the UK's share could prove transformational. That may sound fanciful today, but every surprise in Bitcoin's history has been to the upside. Now, there is also your personal political legacy to consider. You would be the Chancellor who sold Britain's Bitcoin. That is how people will remember you. Just as Gordon Brown, for everything else he did, is remembered primarily for needlessly selling Britain's gold at the bottom of the market. For the rest of your life, every time Bitcoin rises, people will look at you and they'll look at the price that you sold our Bitcoins for, and they will say, this is how much she cost the country. You are consigning yourself to that fate. Do you want that to be your legacy? So once again, I implore you, take advice from people who understand the technology and its potential. Don't just listen to no-coiners. If you sell Bitcoin for fiat, you are swapping a superior asset for an inferior one. It's that simple. Trade might bring short-term benefit, but it does nothing to address the underlying structural issues which are facing this country. If, however, you hold on to the Bitcoin and understand how to integrate it into policy, perhaps create a UK strategic reserve, you might find the Bitcoin actually solves many of our problems. As Bitcoiners often say, Bitcoin fixes this. So I do hope you read or you watch this video, consider its contents with an open mind. Thank you very much for watching. Yours sincerely, Dominic Frisby. And to everyone else, please like this video, please share it, please send it to your MP, all that stuff. Please let Rachel Reeves see it. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, all the rest of it, like, share, blah, blah, blah. Until next time, from this beautiful setting in the Holy Island in Scotland, goodbye.